Welcome back to McNeil's Garage. Today we will be working on Old Blue 66 Chevy Bel Air 461 big block Holley Sniper, Hyper Spark for the Holley Sniper, all that. Whenever Trevor went down to, when we took it down to Texas there a couple weeks ago, he had a miss in it. Even when you didn't put on a dyno, it had a miss to it. Put it under a load, and you really tell the miss. So we get back, and it's like a week later. We finally get some time to work on them. We're just checking everything out. There is the rockers and the springs. We was thinking maybe one of the valves was sticking, but not 100% sure. So Trevor thought it was coming from the driver's side. That's where he took that off first. But instead of trying to chase everything around, went down to our buddy's house, Jason Brumfield's, and he has a pressure checker, compression tester checker thingy bob. So Trevor's going to take all the spark plugs out of it, and we're going to run a compression check on all the cylinders to make sure all the cylinders are doing the cylinder things.
Make sure we got a V8.
And yeah, make sure we got a V8, not a V7 or a V6. So we'll get all the spark plugs out and take the breather off, and we're going to do a compression check. So hang on, we'll be back in a second. All right, Trevor got all the spark plugs out. We got the relay out of the fuel pump, got the coil unhooked all that so it won't turn on. Got the pressure gauge hooked up. So we will do the first cylinder. You want us to do a time warp on the rest of them?
Okay.
All right, so we'll just show you the first one. And we got a handy dandy new whiteboard. So we got cylinders 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. We will write them down as we do them and see what happens. So let's see what number 1 does. All right, there, Trevor. Crank it. All right.
Any good?
Good golly, about 178. So we will come over here to our handy dandy whiteboard and write down 178. All right, so we will do the next ones. If we see one funky, we'll stop. So we'll just put you on warp speed and go from there.
Right.
Yep. Yep. All right. Yep. All right. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. Yep. All right. 2, 4, 6 cylinder. Yep. Found the other problem.
How bad is that one?
Well, it's 0 right now. It bounced up to 60. So you got a 6-cylinder. Yeah, I reckon. Does that make you feel? Alright. So you got a 5-cylinder car.
Find another problem?
Yep.
What's wrong with them?
Well, we're gonna be taking that valve cover off. Alright, so I hope y'all can hear it's raining outside and hitting that metal roof. Good news, bad news scenario. So now we was doing the compression on it the other night. We was using this, and for the first couple cylinders, it was doing okay. Well, as y'all can see, I don't know if I showed y'all or not because I was getting kind of upset. The 4, 6, and 8, it'd go, I'll tell you what happened. It'd go to 180, go back to 0, 180 back to 0, 180 back to 0. Like, freaked me out. And then 6 would go to 32, 0, 32, 0. 8, 32, 0, 32, 0. So I was like, crap, we was running on 5 cylinders. Well, I called my buddy that built the motor, and he said, I'll be up. He brought his compression tester, and they all have 180, 180, 179, 180, 179, 180, 180. I never changed this to 180. That's what I had on the first one. So they kept on going down, and these here was 0. But got the new compression tester in, and it's all, a couple of them's 179 and the rest of them's 180. So we came to the conclusion that I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh yeah.
That spark plug wire.
We've seen it before, but
Yeah, we've seen it before. We replaced them before, but it just didn't seem like it was a spark plug wire. So I was like, let's go ahead and do a compression test on it to make sure it ain't the inside the cylinders. So we got new plugs. We're gonna put new plugs in it, and Trevor went and bought, where they at, bud? New wires with ceramic ends. So we're hoping that will not burn up. That's what we've been told. And yep,
this one I pulled off.
we've got to make we got to make new ends on them.
Never done it before, but
Yeah,
figured we'd give it a shot.
he bought the crimpers for it or whatever. No idea how it works, but I'm just hoping it's so easy a caveman can do it. Him. So we gotta put these new plugs in there. That's right there. We already got them gapped. We gapped into 35. We're gonna put those new plugs in it. That way we can start plugging in the spark plugs, wires, and getting the length on them, and hopefully we don't screw any up. But we'll bring you along. We're going to throw these spark plugs in there, and we'll start doing the wiring. All right, as you can tell, it's a different day because I got a different shirt on, and it's not raining. You don't got to listen to the rain. So last night we got the spark plugs in, and we put the valve covers back in, and Trevor had a brilliant idea. Let me see if y'all can see this. Cushion loops 5/8. And we have some 1/2 inch. We have other kinds also. But, so his idea was to mount them right here at the bolts, at the valve covers. This here's a small one. I don't know how big it is. I got it over there, but, and we're hoping we can get another spark plug wire in there. The noses back here are bigger, so we can get them all in there. So next thing, I don't know how it's going to work, but we are going to get everything back here, and hopefully we can crimp it all back there. So we're going to take all this back off. Fingers crossed. So we're routing the wires in right now. And here in a second, once we get ready to crimp, we'll bring y'all along to show the fiasco of us crimping spark plug wires. Oh, just in case if y'all don't know, we gapped the plugs, the NGK plugs at 35. So you know. But we're going to try to get these wires through the hoops, loops, whatever you want to call it. And then after we get that done, then we'll bring y'all back to show you how to crimp them, because we don't know. All right, we're back in a second. All right, so we got the ends on. We've already got 3 of them done. They ain't that bad. We are using a little bit of crowel. I don't know if you're supposed to use it or not, but we got all 7 of them. The boot slid on. We've got 3 of them, like I said, already crimped on there. So we are going to put this last one on, but we're going to do it in time warp because it takes about 5 minutes. And I know people are throwing stuff at the TV right now thinking, hey, stupid, you're supposed to do it this way, but I haven't figured that out yet. So we're going to put you on the side of the car, and we're going to do a time speed, warp speed, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, you just gotta, what we was doing, we was putting little dielectric grease in here and shoving it through, but man, it made it hard. And so we figured out to spray it with the crowel a little bit, give it a couple shots, and then wipe off the wires once we get it pulled through. So we'll show you. All right, so Trevor said he ain't gonna put on warp speed, so here he goes. I know you can't see it real well, but he says he's gonna do it in warp speed his own self. So he's got to slide it through the end of that boot and fish it around to where it comes out. No pressure, Trevor.
No pressure. I got it. It's
you got it? Look at there. It's coming out of there.
Look at there.
So we put a little dielectric grease, like I said, on the end of it and squirt it, give it a couple shots of crowel oil. And actually it works a whole lot better because I fought that one for probably 15 minutes. And he said, here, dummy, put some crowel on it. Put it on it, sit right through. So there you're going to wipe it up. So we'll show you how we've been crimping it. Nah, don't know if it's right or not, but
it'll be missing more when we can put them on.
Let's hope it ain't be missing more. So we'll get it ready to put the end of it on. We'll bring y'all back. All right, so by reading the instructions, here's your end that goes on a distributor. You gotta bend this over and put that just like that, bring it through just a little bit and crimp it down, and the rain starts. So that's how it's supposed to go. I hope y'all can see that. Just bend it over. So what we've been doing, Trevor's been putting that in the gun, the crimping tool, whatever you want to call it, getting it nice and straight. And I've been bending this here over, and we've just been shoving it through there. Somehow or other. Go for it. And there you have it. Hope y'all can see it. Probably can't. So just twist your boot around. We've usually been trying to put the plug on the way the boot is. That makes more sense, but why not be a little difficult? All right, so we just got to fix that, and that's number 8. So we all know where number 8 goes up there on the distributor, 1/8. So there we go. All right, we'll finish the rest of them up, and we'll be back here in a second. All right, as you can see, all the wires are on. All the valve cover bolts are tightened up. I think it looks really good. It goes all the way up to the distributor. We got everything hooked up on both sides. We need to get a bigger clamp back here because all 4 wires won't fit through the 1/2-inch holders. So we'll get another one. Right now we got it temporary, permanent, zip tied on it. So you know how that goes. So yeah, looks good. Looks really good. Now the next thing is the throttle linkage back there. Trevor went and bought a throttle cable to do away with all that. So we got to put a new gas pedal in it and run all the cables out for the throttle. So that'll do it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all got something out of it. First time we crimped the ends to the spark plug wires. They wasn't that hard.
And these clamps are really good.
Yep, the clamps.
It's a good idea.
If y'all need those clamps, the cushion loop clamps. Got these from Fastenal. Well, I use them a lot to run fuel line under the car, whatever. So, what?
Nice. Yeah.
So we got a little audience tonight. So, but yeah, hope y'all like it. Hope y'all learned something. I'm sure that there's a whole lot better way to do it than we do it, but first time we ever did it, so it ain't that bad. Like and subscribe, comment below. Tell us how y'all would do it. If y'all's done it before, I'm sure.
Or if we missed something.
Yeah, or we missed something. So, all right, next video will be on putting the sniper back and doing a throttle cable. And hopefully we'll be done with it.
Yeah.
Sean McNeil, McNeil's Garage, and
Trevor.
And
Wendy.
And
Bettina Corcoran.
And we work on his vehicle. So all right.